Hey, I'm Chef Rich, a classically trained chef, author, and award-winning culinary educator. With over 2 decades of experience, I've discovered that food is more than just food. It's our greatest medicine. But here's the truth. There is no quick fixes, magic pills, superfoods, or diets that work. Welcome to a different kind of cooking show. Our mission? To inspire, educate, and prove that getting healthy doesn't have to be complicated or expensive. I'll share tips on saving you money at the grocery store, saving you time in the kitchen, and creating meals that everyone will eat. I'll expose the lies about food, reduce the stress about what's for dinner, and remove the struggle of getting healthy. If you give me a chance, I promise, we'll always make it fun, easy, and delicious. Now let's get cooking. Hey, Chef Rich here, and I'm so excited to share with you my new cookbook. Now I have to say, it's more than just a cookbook. It's a starting point to unlocking and using the amazing power of food as medicine. Now, besides having the great recipes from season 1 and 2 of our TV show, One Plate Kitchen, it also contains our One Plate 5 Bs. Now, these 5 Bs are special. We created them to be impactful and make your health journey easier, less stressful, and successful. They'll serve as encouragement, motivating and inspiring you to embrace a lasting and realistic health journey. They're going to support you when you need it and push you forward when you're ready. So how do you get your copy? Go to our website to our shopping page and look for our e-cookbook. Yes, it is an e-book, and we did this for 2 reasons. Number 1, the cost. By doing an e-cookbook, we can keep the cost way down. Now you're going to get all these incredible life-changing techniques and tools for less than one fast food meal. Number 2, when you download it, you can bring it everywhere you go. Whether you're shopping at the grocery store or talking to your friends about healthy foods, we're there with you. It's like taking me everywhere you go. Now, we understand that the path to building healthy habits is not a one-size-fits-all approach. That's why everything we do is designed to meet you exactly where you're at. We're going to encourage you when you need it the most and then challenge you when you're ready to push forward. Whether you're striving to lose weight, improve your health, or just get a sense of balance mentally, emotionally, and physically, we're here for you. So why wait? None of us are promised tomorrow. So take control today and act now. God bless, and I'll see you in the kitchen. Hey, I'm Chef Rich, and welcome to One Plate Kitchen, where we do 3 things. We save you money at the grocery store, we save you time in the kitchen, and we use food as medicine to make delicious meals that are easy, fun, and healthy. Now today we're going to make a roasted chicken with some incredible vegetables, and everything's going to be done in the oven. But we're also going to make a smashed potato. It's smashed potato, not a mashed potato. All right, there's going to be a little bit of difference there. We're going to talk about that. Now, since you know what we're making, let's take a look at the stars of the show, our ingredients. So what we have here is some beautiful cauliflower. I'm a huge fan of cauliflower. So we're going to be roasting up this today. And if you haven't had it roasted before, I promise you, you're going to love it. It gets like crispy and the little floret parts get a little crunchy. You're going to love it, I promise you. We have some Brussels sprouts here. And I know some people have this love-hate relationship with Brussels sprouts. I'm a huge fan of Brussels sprouts. I love them. All right, you're going to see today, once it's mixed in with all these other vegetables, it's incredible. Plus, it's a powerhouse of antioxidants and vitamin K, which is really good. We have some beautiful carrots here. Now you can use, we have some baby carrots here. You're more than welcome to use those, or you can use colorful carrots, or if you wanted to just cut up your own big carrots, it's up to you however you wanted to do it. We have a red onion here. Now we're using a red onion. If you wanted to use a yellow onion or a white onion, that is totally up to you. All right, so we have an onion here, and you're going to see as it cooks, it caramelizes and gets really sweet. That's why we love to use it. We have garlic here. Now we have our potatoes. Now we're using a russet or an Idaho potato. Now for this application, I want you to use one of those, a russet or an Idaho. I don't want you to use like a new potato, like those small little fingerlings or those ones that are red in color or yellow in color. I don't want you to use those. I want you to use a russet or an Idaho. Why? Because what will happen is, and we're going to explain it to you a little bit more, it's going to absorb a lot better, and when it cooks, it cooks and gives you kind of like a smoother texture. All right, where the other ones are a little bit more moisture driven, so they have just a little too much water in them, and it doesn't work out right. We have a little bit of half and half cream. Now, if you wanted to use chicken stock, you can use chicken stock. That is totally up to you. If you wanted to use water, you can use water too. Either one you want to use, that's fine. We have everybody's best friend, our 1 plate herb salt. We have some smoked paprika. We have some ground garlic. Here we have a little bit of sour cream. And we use the sour cream just to give that potato just a little bit more richness to it. All right, and then we have some chicken thighs. Now these are chicken quarters, so the chicken thighs and chicken legs together. I like using these. The price is incredible, and it just takes a little bit of work, but we'll get like 4 meals out of this, 3 to 4 meals, depending on how big the thighs and legs are. Now, since you know all the stars of the show, there's only one thing left to do. Let's get cooking. Now, the first thing I want to start with is our vegetables. And you can see we got a lot of vegetables here, which I love. I'm not like a vegan type person, and I'm definitely not a vegetarian, but I do love vegetables. You know, and I think as we continue to grow our relationship together, I want these to be one of the things that you start to incorporate more into your diet. I mean, we're always going to have, not always, but 99% of the time, we're always going to have some kind of meat protein there. But I also want you to introduce more and more vegetables. And when we start to cook them, you'll see we'll cook them in different methods, different cooking techniques that kind of draw out and bring out different textures and different flavors where you might not have been used to it before. But once you try it this way, in this cooking method, I promise you, you're going to love it. All right, so we have some beautiful Brussels sprouts that we already cut up. Now this is good because I just want them to be just like this. You're just going to take them and just cut them right in half. Don't do anything else to them. We have our carrots that all we did was just cut them in half just so they're all around the same size. Now what I want to show you is how to cut cauliflower. Now cauliflower, broccoli, it's all going to be the same thing. All right, the way you cut it is really crucial. So we took it off of the big core first. Now we have big pieces like this. Now what I want to show you is how we cut these the right way. So what we're going to do here is you're going to take it, and most people what they'll do is they take it this way and then they just start chopping into it like this. The reason why that is not good is because what will happen is all these little florets will start to break up, and then they're going to get all over and it's not going to be good. The way I want you to cut it is I just want to take it over, flip it over like this, and you see how you have this piece right here? The only thing I want you to do is kind of cut in a little bit there. Don't cut all the way. You see I didn't cut all the way, but then all you're going to do is take your knife and just kind of break that apart. So I'll show you again. So you're going to just cut in a little bit, and then using your knife, just kind of break them apart. And you'll see that when it breaks apart, you can even pull it apart with your hand, and all the florets stay where they're supposed to. So we'll do it again. You're just going to take it and just kind of pull it apart. And I'll do this one by hand so you can see. We're just going to pull these apart just like that. So you'll just take it, cut it, and just pull it apart, just so they're all around the same size. And you'll see what will happen is we have very, very little like florets that actually fell off, but we have whole beautiful pieces of cauliflower here. This is what we want. So we have that cut up. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to start to cut my onion up. So again with the onion, all we're going to do is take the top off. I'm going to take the bottom part off. We're just going to slice this in half, peel that skin off. All right, so I have my onion perfectly cut or peeled. Now the only thing I'm going to do here, really, really simple here, is I'm just going to take this and then cut it in thirds. So I cut once, I cut twice. I'm going to take it, turn it this way, and just cut probably in thirds here too. We want nice big chunks. So when we look at it, we have these nice big chunks in there, and that's what we want. All right. So I'm going to get that in there. All right, so again, same thing. We take this. I'm going to take this, slice it. Just slice it, turn it, and then cut this in thirds or even fourths, depending on how big it is. The only thing we have left to do here is just season this up. So the seasoning part is really simple. Remember, this has so many flavors in here already naturally that we don't want to make it too muddy by adding too many different seasonings and mixes on here. So we want to keep it simple. So what we're going to do here is I'm going to add a little bit of paprika. I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder. And then, of course, everybody's best friend, some herb salt. Now, one other thing I want to add to this is I want to add some garlic to it. But I'm going to add some fresh garlic to it. I'm just going to give this a mash. Now, I know I already have some powdered garlic added to it, which is cool. That's fine. But this fresh garlic, as it gets in there and it starts to cook, it's also going to caramelize. And it's going to give you that kind of sweet little bites that you'll get in there as you eat it. All right, so first thing, again, put the edge of the knife down. Then I'm just going to mash it. Same thing. Mash this down. And we're going to just make this really, really simple. Then I'm going to take my knife and just run through it. All right, so that's it. It looks perfect. I'm just going to take this and just add it. Okay, now I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to it. So we're just going to add a little bit to it. Not too much. How come? Because I'm going to cook it with this chicken that has the skin on. I don't want to add too much oil to it right now because remember, as that chicken cooks, it's going to render out that fat and it's going to get into my vegetables as well. So I don't need to add too much to this. Now once I get it here, all I'm going to do is just mix everything together. And you can see the color it has in here. It's going to be so, I promise you, it's going to be so incredible. And I wish you could smell it because, I mean, you smell the garlic, but you also smell like that smoked paprika. So you get like some smokiness from this already. So this, beautiful. That's perfect. I'm actually going to just put that right there. Now, I'm going to start working on the chicken because the chicken is really important. So what we have here is all this extra stuff that's around here. So I want to get rid of all this. So all we're going to do is take our knife and just cut through here. Then I'm just going to take this and just get rid of this big piece of skin and fat. We don't need any of that. Now you just have a little bit here, which is not bad at all. There's this little tail piece that I just like to trim off of there. Now we have two pieces, and I don't want to cook it this way. I want to cook them separated. Now the great thing about breaking down chicken is that it has lines of where it wants you to cut. You see this fat line right here? This is telling you exactly where to cut it. All right, so we don't get bone, we don't try to cut through bone or anything crazy like that. It says, okay, right here is where I want you to cut it. So you're going to take your knife, put it right in front of there, and just slice down. And you'll see you cut just through the cartilage part. All right, now we have two beautiful pieces right there. All right, we're going to do it one more time just so you can see. You can see how easy this is. All right, now you would pay extra for this because at the store, the butcher would do it for you. Here, we're going to save the money, and we do it ourselves, and it only takes 2 minutes. All right, so again, first thing, we have all this extra. We're going to take our knife and just cut this off because we don't need that. I'm just going to cut through and just slice all that off. Little tail piece here, I want to get rid of this too. And now we go, same thing. See that line? I'm going to clean this up for you just so you can see it a little bit better. You see the line right there? What we're going to do is go right in front of that line and just slice down. Now we have 4 beautiful pieces. Now we're just going to season these up. So I'm going to get some of my smoked paprika in here. Again, it gives it a really nice smoky flavor. Then I'm going to get my little bit of powdered garlic in there too. And make sure you do both sides. And then flip that chicken over the legs. And do both sides. And then the last, but the most important, everybody's best friend, our 1 plate herb salt. Put that on there. All right, once it's all mixed in, you have it all nicely seasoned. And then we're gonna get this ready for the oven. So how do we do that? Super simple. So we have our roasting pan. Everything here goes in. So we just put, and it looks like it's a lot, but I promise you, as it cooks, it'll start to kind of shrink down. I'm just gonna flatten this down so you get all that. I mean, you can see, look at all that beautiful color. Remember, all that color translates to flavor, which also translates to power-packed nutrition. All right, now I'm just gonna take my chicken and just put it up like a bed. I'm gonna put that right on top. I'm gonna put that one here, and this one here. Now, the good thing about this is cook time. The cook time with this is gonna be really consistent. We're gonna keep it at about 350 to 360 degrees. Anywhere in there is good for about 40 to 45 minutes. Now, since it's a low cooking temperature, what'll happen is my vegetables will cook beautifully. Nice and slow, they'll take their time and cook well, but they'll also get like a crispiness and a brownness to it. They'll caramelize nicely in there. But then my chicken skin will also render out a lot of that fat and get very, very crispy as it cooks. So they kind of share flavors too. Now, a lot of that chicken fat is gonna go down into the vegetables, and a lot of that vegetable kind of steam is gonna go up into the chicken and help it as well. All right, it's elevated also. Since we put it on top of the chicken, we put our chicken on top of the vegetables, it's elevated. So what will happen is now my hot air will get underneath it and actually cook it from both sides. All right, if I didn't have that, what will happen is it just sits there and it just kind of cooks from the top. All right, so we kind of help this along so we get an even better, more flavorful product. So now I'm gonna put this in the oven, 360 degrees for about 45 minutes. That looks so good. Hey, Chef Rich here, and I'm super excited to tell you about our incredible 1 Plate Cooking Club. Get ready for live, interactive classes every single week. And guess who's gonna be cooking with you? Me. I'm gonna share easy to follow tips and techniques for creating mouth-watering, healthy meals that not only will satisfy your taste buds, but are also gonna be nourishing to your body. And the best part, you can join right from the comfort of your own home kitchen, using any mobile device. It's like having a personal cooking class with me in your home. By becoming a member, you're gonna get 3 things along with some incredible meals. Number 1, you're gonna learn how to save money at the grocery store. Number 2, you're gonna save time in the kitchen. And number 3, you're gonna understand the value of using food as medicine and be able to easily apply it to your daily lives. And it's gonna be simple, stress-free, and I promise it's gonna show great benefits. So how does it work? Go to our website, to our cooking club page, find the class date that you want, buy your ticket, and you're in. When we go live, we'll send you a link. All you do is press that link and enjoy. It's really that easy. Now, we understand that the path to building healthy habits, it's not a one-size-fits-all approach. And that's why everything we do is designed to meet you exactly where you're at on your health journey. We're gonna encourage you when you need it, and we're gonna push you forward when you're ready. Whether you're striving to lose weight, improve your health, or just get a sense of balance, mentally, emotionally, and physically, we're here for you. So why wait? None of us are promised tomorrow. So take control today and act now. God bless. And I hope to see you in the kitchen. Okay, so now that's cooking in the oven. So we have about 45 minutes, 30 to 45 minutes, but closer to 45 minutes. What we're gonna do is start working on our potatoes. So again, I have my russets here, and we're gonna peel these. Now again, I know the question always comes up, oh, to peel or not to peel. For this one, we definitely wanna peel. Or we're gonna make a nice mashed potato or a smashed potato. And even if I smash it, the skin will still be there and it won't break down. All right, so I wanna make sure for these, we just peel. All right, so cut the potato. Do I have to? I don't have to cut the potato. I could cook them whole like this, totally up to you. But if I do it whole, what happens? Well, it's gonna extend my cooking time. So now instead of taking maybe 15 or 20 minutes to cook, it's gonna take 30 minutes to cook because I have to cook that whole entire potato. Okay, the easier way to do it is if you just take this and just cut it. You know, make them all around the same size. I could just cut this in 4 and I'll put that in my water. Now I just cut down my cooking time by maybe 15 minutes. Right, because now what I'm doing is I'm cooking a smaller piece of potato instead of a giant piece of potato. All right, so we just want to cut that. So I have all even pieces. Now I'm going to put them in there. Now my water, what temp is it at? Right now my water is at a room temperature. It's not hot at all. All right, you never want to start potatoes at a boil. We want to start them at room temperature and then put our heat on and just let it start going. I also like to add a little bit of salt to the water. What does that do? It just gives that potato just a little bit more flavor as it cooks. It absorbs some of that salt that's in the water now. It just gives you a little bit more flavor. So now what we do with this is, I know everybody thinks you have to boil your potato. Wow, I'm here to tell you this. Don't boil them. Please do not boil them. What happens? If you boil your potato, the outside of your potato starts to absorb so much water. It can only take so much heat. And then the outside of the potato starts to break down before the inside of your potato is even halfway cooked. All right, so what happens there is I have a potato that's starting to break down and it's not even fully cooked yet. So by the time I'm done, all the potatoes are done, the outside of the potato is just waterlogged and it just goes down the drain. All right, we waste a lot of product that way. What we want to do is bring it up to a boil and then turn it down to a simmer and just simmer our potatoes. It's always simmer, simmer, simmer your potatoes. All right, so I'll bring it up to a boil and then turn it right down to a simmer and just simmer them the whole way through. Now, how do I know they're done? What you'll do is you'll take your knife, you'll look for one of your potatoes, and all you're gonna do is stick your knife in there, into the potato, and then pick it up. If the potato just kind of falls down naturally by itself, your potato's pretty much cooked. If I stick it in there and I lift it up and my potato sticks to my knife, then I know it's not ready yet. It still needs to cook a little bit more. All right, those are ways you can tell if your potato is cooked all the way or if it's not cooked all the way. And definitely the best way to cook your potatoes. Remember, do not boil your potatoes. Make sure you simmer them the whole way through. All right, so we got this going. The heat's going. We're gonna bring this up to a boil, turn it right down to a simmer, and just let it simmer the whole way through. So the potatoes are done. I already simmered them for the whole way. Checked them out, make sure they were good, and then I'll let them dry. Now, one of the biggest things, and I can't tell you, or I can't stress this enough, you know, after you have cooked them and after they're perfect, I want you to strain them and then leave them. All right, don't do anything to them, just let them kind of air dry. And all that steam that comes up is all that moisture that's leaving the potato, which is perfect. That's what we want. And you'll see what happens is you see how they look very white. All right, now they're really starchy. All right, that is beautiful. That's what we want. You see all that white in there? That's all dry potato. You know, that is perfect. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for. All right, that's going to tell you your potato is perfect and it's very, very thirsty now. So once we start mashing this and we start adding some cream to it, it's going to automatically want to absorb that cream, which is perfect. All right, so now we got that done. All I'm going to do, and this is really rustic. Once we say it's rustic or we give it that name rustic, that means you really can't make any mistakes. All right, so all we're going to do now is get our masher. And And we're just gonna kind of mash this up. Real nice and easy. Take our time. Now if I wanted to, I can add a little bit of cream here. Oh, we didn't add it all. And I'm just gonna start to mash this up. So now as this is mashing, it's absorbing that cream. So I'm just gonna go through and just mash it up. You can see how easy the potatoes smash, which is perfect. All right, so this is looking perfect right here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a little bit of herb salt to it because we wanna make sure it tastes great. And I'm also gonna add a little bit of our sour cream. And this is where we get, if you wanted to add that richness to it, you get it from here. And we're just gonna mix this thing. This is it. Our potatoes are done. So that's done. We're ready to plate up. Now we're just waiting on our chicken. And I think it's almost ready. Timer just went off. Chicken smells incredible. And those vegetables, insane. You're gonna love it, I promise. Now your vegetables are going to shrink down. Remember, that's a lot of that moisture loss as it cooks. You know, when you roast stuff, that's one of the things. It releases a lot of the moisture, but concentrates the flavor. All right, so it's going to taste incredible. It's not like we got gremlins in there eating our vegetables. You know, that's just that they shrunk down. But let's plate up because it smells incredible, and I have to eat this. And that's it, my friends. When we use food as medicine, something incredible happens. We start to feel better emotionally, mentally, and physically. And isn't that what we all want? It's not about big changes. It's not about confusing diet plans or dangerous miracle pills. It's simple. And here, we're always gonna do it one plate at a time. God bless, and I'll see you next time. Hey, Chef Rich here, and I want to officially introduce you to my one plate herb salt. Now this is the perfect all-in-one seasoning that I carefully handcrafted to enhance any dish. Now our proprietary herb blend not only provides delicious flavor, but also offers antioxidant and anti-inflammatory properties for the health-conscious eater. Now it's also packed with vitamins and minerals, and that green hue comes from the natural chlorophyll found in fresh herbs. To get some for yourself, visit our website.